Good evening. Welcome to Smart 24. We bring you a lot of solutions to some of the business challenges that we face every day. We want to inform you that we are live on Facebook at Smart 24 TV Uganda, and also on Twitter, Smart 24 TV. You can follow the discussion as we discuss most of these things that you may have heard about, but maybe you want a little bit of close-up so that you can get to know what you should do in case you're stuck with your business. This evening, we shall be talking about digital marketing. We've heard about people talking about social media, websites, all those things, and maybe you're there asking yourself, I'm a small business. Do I need these things? If I need them, what do I have to do? My guest this evening is a social media guru. Talk about digital marketing. These guys have done these things so many times that it has become sort of their bread. Good evening, Kilea Mohindo.
Good evening, Alexander.
Welcome to the Business Clinic on Smart 24, where we are going to delve into a number of things so that the person out there can get to know what exactly digital marketing is and how they can get to use digital marketing for their business success. So in the first place, what exactly is digital marketing?
I could define digital marketing as the use of digital tools to sell your product or service to your target audience.
Cool.
Yeah.
Tools, digital tools. Are these things like phones, laptops, yes, or something?
Digital tools such as phones, laptops, computers.
Okay.
And of course, these digital tools like phones, laptops, computers have within them are certain things.
Okay.
For instance, with that, you have the internet.
Okay.
Yeah, when you talk about that, we mostly talk about selling your products through the internet, your product or service through the internet. So the internet is key in digital marketing, and
okay,
of course the gadgets that you use.
Okay. So I am a small business that is just starting, and I have my phone. My phone has data. I have bought MPs so I can access internet. So what exactly do I need to do to make sure that this makes marketing sense in terms of content and all those other things that I need?
First of all, before diving into it, you need to first assess the environment, understand the whole idea, do some research. I always advise people to read. If you have the internet, go to Google and read, see what people have done with the internet, what people have done with their phones, with their gadgets. So read about how you can lay your digital strategy, how you are going to sell your products. Look at how other people in the same business that you're in are doing it. What are other people doing to grow their businesses? Are they on Facebook? Are they on YouTube? Are they on Twitter? If they are on those platforms, on those social media platforms, what exactly are they doing and how are they doing it?
Okay.
Then when you do that, you can now plan and see what can I do better.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So when you talk about, when we say marketing as a concept, we're talking about you communicating to the public, communicating to your target people, those that you want to consume your product. So I'm thinking that digital marketing, it has in some little bit of, packaging your message so that you get it out to the world, so people can see and know what exactly you're selling. So do we have some bit of component of packaging here that you have some sort of specific ways you package the message to sell it to social media or those digital spaces?
Like normal marketing, like any other kind of marketing, digital marketing also follows the same principles of marketing that involve price, product, identifying your products, looking at your products and seeing how this product benefits the target, the person you're targeting, and identifying your target market for your products. All those things, like you have to understand the whole concept of marketing. That is how best you will succeed in marketing in digital spaces. Yeah.
Thank you. And you see, when you talk about digital marketing, and one thing that comes to mind is Facebook. Facebook came as a way of people connecting and networking and just that in the digital space. But it has come to mind that people actually use Facebook to communicate
Yeah.
about their products
Yeah.
and sell. So apart from me being on Facebook and having an account and having friends, you know, that I've never seen,
Yeah.
what more do I have to do for my Facebook page or Facebook account to make business sense in line with digital marketing?
Okay. First of all, for small businesses, if you would like to do this, or if you would like to use Facebook as your place to do digital marketing,
Yes.
one is you need to understand your audiences. Where are they? In which Facebook groups are they interacting and stuff like that?
Sure.
After identifying the Facebook groups that are relevant to your products that you're selling, then you can now look at your constructing your page,
Sure.
understanding whether you would want, for starters, to do it on your own or to hire a digital marketing company to do that for you.
Sure.
And after you've done that, now you can look at growing your page. But growing your page might involve boosting, paying Facebook to give you the numbers.
Okay.
The beauty with that is when you pay for a boost through Facebook Business Manager.
Sure.
When you pay for a boost, Facebook helps you identify the people, the right people for your products, because it always does the surveys through the interactions that people have on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a bit interesting. You're saying that by virtue of the fact that we actually be on Facebook, we interact, we send messages, we post, we make
Yeah.
comments,
Yeah.
Facebook already knows what people are interested in.
Yes, Facebook is analyzing user behavior and
Okay.
saying, okay, Claire is interested in food.
Okay.
Chokujuka is interested in politics.
Okay.
So if your product is about food
Yes.
or politics, if it's food, they'll direct it to me. If it's politics,
You're directed to Chokwishu.
yeah. So here it helps you understand, segment your audiences. It does it for you. That is when you pay. But now when you do it on your own,
Yes.
like let me open my Facebook page
Yes.
and run it, that is why you'll end up having 100 followers, or just your family members, friends, workmates. Yes.
I get you.
Yeah.
I remember when I
But-
had just opened my Facebook page, that every time I could post, it's only my brother and wife who would, comment. And
Exactly.
I always say, no, these ones I already know. I want new people to know about what I'm posting. But I tend to read from you that it's a very interesting thing that with social media, especially like Facebook, then you don't have to invest too much in terms of doing a research to know who is interested in what and who is
Yeah.
doing this and the other. So we only have to make sure that we invest in some little money.
Yeah.
For starters, someone out there maybe in Chikugo does not know how much, for instance, it will take to pay to reach maybe 20,000 people
Yeah.
on Facebook. Just from your experience, how much do you think one would have to pay to reach 20,000 people?
First of all, someone down the other side
Yes.
needs to first understand the importance of Facebook.
Yeah.
They need to first understand that, okay, if I sign up to Facebook or any digital media marketing
Yes.
campaign or product or item, they should understand how they're going to benefit from it. That way they can invest the right amount. I can't state the amount you would need, but normally with $100, you can do a good job.
Okay.
Yeah.
$100, that's around 370,000 Uganda shillings.
Yes.
Good. Now, from Facebook, the other very exciting thing is YouTube.
Yeah, apart from Facebook, there's opportunity that I think we Ugandans and Ugandan business people have not yet
Sure.
taken advantage of. YouTube, it's another social media channel that we can take advantage of. I've seen it work in Kenya, just in our neighborhood. Kenyans use it a lot too. They make short vlogs and they're watched by so many people, and they sell their products
Sure.
within Kenya and outside, or even outside Africa.
Sure.
So if we took advantage of this, we would actually do better in our businesses, because naturally people are visual. We prefer seeing things than reading things. Okay. From what I've noticed, like here in Uganda, we love to see things, we don't like to read. So if you visualize your messages, if you go out there and do a vlog about your product in a clever way that will attract people, using the right keywords to promote it on YouTube,
Sure.
you'd actually get good numbers of people supporting your business or buying your service. Yeah.
So one thing, for instance, to use YouTube, you would need to have a good video. Now, some of us who use Chinese phones without clear camera, does that mean that one would have to invest in getting a good camera to capture good stuff?
Actually don't need a camera like the ones we are using for the show.
Okay.
You just need a good smartphone.
Okay.
A good smartphone does a good job, because what I've seen from most YouTubers, they use their phone, and their phones are producing great work.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can do a lot with even the little resources that you have. You don't need to invest a whole lot.
Okay. So someone with a business, let's say down in Masaka or any other place, does not have to come to Kampala to hire a very good, high definition camera to capture videos to put on YouTube.
Actually, it doesn't matter where you are. These days, telecom companies have expanded their networks to across the country. So even if you are as far as the deepest village in this country, you can do that, and you will reach a large number of people. The good thing with digital media is it opens your doors to a wider reach, more people from all over the world, not just your village or your country.
I was seeing recently when a young man, Henry Subi, his picture was posted on Facebook when he was carrying that suitcase to university.
And that has opened doors for him, because someone who tried to ridicule him has helped him get better opportunity, something that he would never have got if he had known.
And I'm wondering that people got excited to share and keep sharing and sharing because it was sounding funny for them. How does that happen for a business? For instance, if I'm posting about my product, how do I get people to actually like and keep sharing and
I think it's all about creativity. If you are creative with the way you send out your messages, you are sure going to get the numbers. One, by using humor, comedy, nice videos, funny photos. You get the numbers because there's so many idle people out there. Sorry to call them idle, but people who are always scrolling, and when they see something funny, they are going to keep sharing that. More than
because from my experience I've realized that the things that are actually laughable that don't make a lot of sense but they're just humorous, they're the things that you will see people sharing and all that.
And a good business person, someone with a brain for business, should take advantage of that. That is, now for instance, you're looking at Henry Suvi's situation. You as a business person should look at what is trending on Twitter and say, what can I contribute to this discussion? What new ideas am I bringing to the table that can actually promote my business? For instance, if you are in Henry Suvi's situation, you can say, I am a business person downtown selling suitcases, and I'm going to offer Suvi a suitcase. If you want suitcases like this one, you can come to my shop. Like, just taking advantage of what is trending.
And you even take a picture with Suvi as you have
take a picture with.
And also goes viral.
You see what this man who sells shoes gave Fresh Kid shoes and took advantage of that to promote his business. Gave shoes, gave his father shoes, and kept taking pictures and said, I'm going to provide him shoes for this long. If you want such long-lasting shoes, come to this place to buy those shoes. So it requires brains. Don't just look at things and laugh at them, but also see and ask yourself, how can I benefit from this, or what can I contribute to this discussion?
I get you.
Yeah.
Is there a specific course of study that one has to do to be an expert in digital marketing?
Well, I studied journalism and communication. It offers a lot in that. People who study marketing also have a lot of knowledge in digital marketing, people who did IT, but mainly it's about passion and learning more, reading more on the internet. Because there's a lot of knowledge out there.
And I have also knowledge that sometimes there are people we call social media influencers. I'm made to understand those also do a great job when it comes to digital marketing. That so and so is an influencer when he posts about your stuff. How does that happen?
also works. There are influencers who people use to sell their products. To be an influencer, I could say one should have the numbers, a huge following to reach many more people. So people normally look at that to see maybe this person has 40,000 followers on YouTube. Okay. Ideally, he's going to reach many more people than someone who has 1,000 followers. So I think that is how most people end up being influencers. But I also think that the influencers we have right now need to do a greater job when promoting people's products. Like, I've seen the influencers in Kenya, they invest a lot in doing nice videos. When you hire him to promote your products, the influencer is going to do very nice video content, going to post very influential text, make nice graphics, nice visuals. So there's a lot that our influencers need to do more than just posting one two-line posts. Yeah.
Talking about the content that actually goes onto social media, sometimes we have agreed and we also know that sometimes the long stuff, the long words, those long texts may not make sense, especially people, they want to go to social media when they are tired already and they want something that is a bit humorous and attractive.
Yeah.
Does that mean that the people who do graphics, especially infographics, come in hand here?
Yeah, the people who do graphics, this is now an opportunity for people that do graphics, that know how to do the videos, that know how to transform photos into something else. So they would go a long way in transforming this whole social media marketing thing if they woke up.
Okay. Yeah. Because I also know that the business world is moving very fast, that today almost every corporate company, they are talking about having a social media or digital marketing manager or stuff like that. And at the end of the day, I think when you look at the advertising world, I think the non-social, non-digital advertising is somehow losing it. And world over, you may realize that people are now opting much more for digital spaces.
Yeah. Actually, it would be a good thing that people opt for the digital spaces, because with the digital spaces, you are reaching many more people than, say, if you decided to go traditional. But then, what was the question?
The people are running away from the non-digital spaces for the digital spaces. So it's not a bad thing. It's actually a sign. It shows us where we are headed. We are headed for a world where people want to see things immediately, instantly. So it's a good thing that companies are going for digital media tools, services and stuff like that. But then also I would advise that companies do it in a clever way. I've seen companies that have Facebook pages, but then they post once in a while, they get forgotten. Then we remember them once again, then we forget them. So if you're to do digital, if you're to go digital, be consistent. Know that this is my plan, this is my, have a strategy, have a digital media strategy and say, this is how I am going to run my social media, my digital media, and implement the plan. Don't just let it sit. So you have, like, you make sure that at least in the day we are going to post maybe 10 times, so that then people keep seeing stuff coming onto.
And then when you decide to say I'm going to post 10 times, unless you are a news company that people expect news every now and then, if you are a person selling products, I think you should post like twice a day, interact with those 2 posts and let them go, because also this helps you reach more people. If your posts or your content is not interacted with, it's not going to have
impact.
It's not it might have a little impact, but it might reach few people. But when it's interacted with, the more someone interacts with something, it's like Facebook or Twitter or whichever channel you are using, gives it, pushes it for it to be seen by more people. Because, for instance, if you go to your Facebook timeline, you'll find Claire commented on this post. Because me and you are friends, you will get notified when I comment on something, so you'll check it out and see, okay, what's this about? But if you don't give yourself time to interact with your content, it's not going to reach the amount you'd love to target.
Sure. So what I seem to be getting from you is that social media, just like the name suggests, is looking at social patterns and social behavior and all that. So we had better use the digital technologies to actually get to sell our stuff.
Yeah, to sell our stuff as we socialize.
Exactly, socialize. Like, get something that is funny that people are going to pick interest in and have it go around and people get to see it and all of that.
Yeah.
We also appreciate that digital spaces definitely operate over the internet.
Yes.
Now, the internet in Uganda, leave Kampala. Kampala is a bit okay. These days I see my UG, sometimes when you don't have data, it pops in a little bit. It's not good, but at least it's there. Looking at the quality of internet in our country, do you think that people who are opting for digital marketing have a soft landing, or there could be still challenges, and if they're there, how can we address them?
I think there are challenges, but I also think that we as Ugandans are lazy at certain things, or we just want to be spoon-fed. The internet doesn't come cheaply. Even in other countries, you have to pay for it.
Sure.
It comes at a cost. So if you want something good, pay for the internet, pay for a good data provider, and pay your OTT.
Okay.
Don't rely on VPN and think that you are going to have sustainable things or effective stuff.
Sure.
So you have to pay to get something good.
Yes.
Like they say about fake goods and good goods. So if you don't want something that is counterfeit, you spend more money. Same thing here with our internet. If you want good internet, you have to pay for it.
Okay. Any specific service provider you can...
I don't want to promote service providers here, but they would have to pay for the advert, I think.
I get you. Yeah, so at the end of the day, we realized, because I remember when Jack Ma, the CEO of Alibaba.com, came to, I think, Nairobi, he confessed that he had never seen fast internet as he had seen in Nairobi. And for me, this sounded a little bit ironic, because I thought that maybe in the US, they could be having better internet connectivity than we have here. But I think it's also, it stages an opportunity for businesses, business people, and us as people in this country to take advantage of some of these things, because digital marketing seems to be giving you leverage to sell beyond just our physical, location. And I think that is something very important that people out there should not.
Yeah, and then also there's something about digital marketing. We need, digital marketing or social media gives you an opportunity to get feedback from people immediately. So if you're a business person, you have to look at the kind of feedback you're getting. Satisfied clients are going to give positive reviews about your product, and satisfied ones are also going to come and bash you on the internet. And of course, you have to have an item of public relations and know how you are going to deal with a PR for your product or for your small business.
Sure.
So you don't bring your emotions to come and fight back.
Okay.
Come and promise people that you are going to give them a better service next time, and apologize. That way, you are going to have a good image, and someone else will come back and say, oh, that person was nice actually after there was a mishap. They were nice, they apologized, and I think it's good. But I think the thing that we lack the most in running our businesses online is we mix our personal emotions with the business, and that is killing most of the businesses.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
And Claire, you just mentioned, we just mentioned social media, Facebook and YouTube. I tend to think that you actually use a lot of those social networks to actually market. Does that mean that people can do marketing as well on Instagram?
Yeah, people do marketing on Instagram.
Okay.
People do marketing on Instagram, on LinkedIn. Okay. It just depends on who you want to target. So that is why I said in the beginning that before you jump into this thing, if, for instance, you are doing, if you have a service, say you're going to have a conference of big investors and stuff like that.
Sure.
You can't tell me that you are going to rely entirely on Facebook to promote it.
Sure.
I think the right platform for you to go to is LinkedIn, because that is where most of the people you're targeting are. So
a bit more professional.
Yeah, more professional, more
the caliber of people.
Yeah, the caliber of people there is different from the one you'll find on Facebook. Facebook, you'll mostly find tired people, angry people, stressed Ugandans and other people. So you have to. So
probably they are looking for something that is humorous to make them laugh.
Yeah.
No, not serious stuff.
Yes.
I remember someone telling me that if you want to the things you post on Facebook may not be the same things you post on Twitter, because Twitter you just have a few, you just have a few words to say, and not these long things that you put.
So each social media platform has its advantages. It has its target audience.
Sure.
The people you'll find on Instagram are mostly people dealing in beauty products, hair products, and fashion, beauty, stuff like that. That's different from the people you'll find on Twitter or Facebook.
Sure.
So you have to segment and identify, know your target audience and know where to find them.
Okay. Thank you so much, Claire. I thought I knew what social media and digital marketing was and how good it was in business. I tend to discover there's quite a lot that I did not know, and I think that is something very important for businesses out there. I also think that in most cases we take certain things for granted, like when you have 2,000 people following you on Facebook or Twitter, on Instagram, and you're not thinking that out of this there could be someone who can actually be your client. It's high time we actually thought about those. We're going to go for a short commercial break, but when we return, we look at the do's and don'ts and the best practices for anyone to do successfully in digital marketing. Just to remind you, we are live on Smart 24 TV Uganda, that's Facebook, and at Smart 24 TV on Twitter and all our other social media pages. Please, you can follow so that you can be part of the show. Don't go away.
Smart 24. Smart Business.
What is wrong with you?
Give your family the best classy TV experience. Unmatched cartoons on Nickelodeon, ST Kids and Da Vinci Learning for children. Classy Ladies, Novella E Plus for Cinderella telenovelas, Ebony Life and Fine Living for trendy lifestyle. ST Nollywood Plus for the latest Nigerian movies. And for gentlemen, award-winning series on Fox. Simply subscribe to Classic Bouquet and enjoy an amazing offer of only 26,000 shillings per month. Classic Bouquet, a feeling of class.
At half price and win with MTN Mobile Money. Prizes include 24 Toyota Wish cars, 32 Boda Bodas, lots of money, MTN come with your smartphones and much more. To win, simply dial *165*1# and send money at half price.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
This is Jordan. When it comes to classwork, Jordan is magic. Jordan shines. Jordan makes his peers better. Jordan is a true leader. White Star Magic family. Be a leader. Be magic.
Are you currently looking for the best ladies' outfits? Cleopatra Fashion Store can help take stress out of finding one. Cleopatra Fashion Store is located in Intinda at Apex Building. No matter what you're looking for, size or style. Casual wear, office wear, maternity, jewel and handbag are in store for all of your choices. Open from Monday to Sunday, 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. For bookings or more details, contact 0776 909494 or 0702 655635. Cleopatra Fashion Store. Look good.
Mwe bachali, njagala kufuna looni kulaakulanya bizinesi zange naye oba nkole ntya?
Genda ku Yako.
Yako?
Yeah. Do you need a loan? Yako MDI is here for you. We have business loans, car and border loans, housing and small business loans, school fees loans, and we are financing Tata trucks at the best rates in Uganda. Find us at Raja Chambers, Parliamentary Avenue, or call 0707 591 626 for more details. Yako MDI, financing a better future. Yako MDI is regulated by the Bank of Uganda.
Smart 24. Smart Business.
Welcome back. You are watching the Business Clinic on Smart 24. We are live on Facebook, Smart 24 TV Uganda, and Twitter at Smart 24 TV, and all our other social media channels. We are talking digital marketing. Maybe you have that Facebook page, you have that Twitter, the account that you have a lot of following, but you do not know how to use that to actually leverage business success. And you think you will actually keep doing that and then you will break even. No, we're here to tell you that digital marketing is the in thing today, and you can actually make the best out of it. And with me, Claire Mohindo is telling us some of the insights, some of the ideas they actually use to make sure that they do the best they can do for digital marketing for businesses. And before we went for the commercial break, we had talked about Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and some of those nice things that we need to look out for. Now, Claire, I would like us to look at the do's and don'ts. What are some of the things that someone should avoid doing if they must do successfully on social media marketing or digital marketing for that matter?
Some of the things. The first one, separate the human being from the business. Okay. Like I said earlier. Okay. Most of the time, people, separate the human being from the business. Yeah. There, separate your personality from your business. Okay. If you cannot create the right content, if you do not know how to write creative messages, hire someone to do the writing for you. If you cannot interact with your clients in a respectful way, hire someone to do it for you, because I've seen people that cannot take the pressure, the bad reviews. Like, for instance, you go to App Store or Play Store to download an app. Yes. If you have downloaded apps from App Store, Play Store, do you read the reviews? Sometimes the reviews are good. Yeah, sometimes they are bad. Sometimes they are abusive.
Exactly, depending on the experience of the user.
Yeah, depending on the user, like you said. Some people will abuse you and use rude, terrible language. But then you, as a business person, as a human being, you have to go back and remember that like they always say, the customer is king.
He's the king, yeah.
So
he has the money.
Yeah, he has the money, and without that customer, your business is not going to be running.
Sure.
So you have to respect them. If they're abusive, find nice words to apologize or explain why certain things happen, and promise them that you are going to do better. You are going to improve, and say, within this time, we are going to have these improvements. We are having a mess up, and we are working on it to make the service better. So respect your clients. The other thing I would say is respect your clients' privacy. In digital marketing, there's also email marketing. There are people who use email to market their products. But then there's a bad habit that people have where they share mailing lists. You have a long mailing list of people, people trusted you with their emails to sell to them. Or for instance, you organized an event and collected people's emails. Now, you are going to keep dumping whatever you have into those emails. You are not sure what this person's interests are. You've not interacted with them to tell them you are going to be sending this kind of information.
Sure.
Then a colleague, friend of yours comes and tells you, hey, I need to sell this product, but I don't have a mailing list. Do not share people's emails with that person. Respect your clients or people's privacy by not sharing their emails.
And talking about email, it brings me back to some other medium of digital marketing.
Yeah.
The website.
Yeah.
Isn't that something? Isn't that some other big thing in digital marketing?
Websites are actually a very big thing because they give you wider space to do whatever you want, to do a variety of things that you want. You can sell your products through that website. You can make e-payments, a lot of things. For instance, if I run a business selling a lot of different merchandise, and I do not want people to suffer coming to my shop, or I actually do not have a shop, I have the things somewhere in a store, and I can't have people come there, I'll post the stuff on the website, and like Amazon works, put the stuff on the website, give a variety of options for payments. Like if you are doing business in Uganda and you want to do e-payments, just don't make us use MasterCard only or Visa only. I think most Ugandans use mobile money. So I think it would be a brilliant idea if your website is making e-payments to use the medium of payment that people are well conversant with, or that is common amongst the people that you're targeting.
And user-friendly.
Yes, that is user-friendly. Because I've seen most people, they're running a website, they do online payments and make sales online on the website, but then they insist the only mode of payment is either Visa or MasterCard, a debit card, whatever, PayPal. You are in Uganda.
Exactly.
Use mobile money. That is what people know, and that is what anyone in whichever part of this country uses. So use the things that are within the reach of your target clients.
So what I'm trying to get from you, Claire, is that gone are the days when websites were just for people to just know that you exist.
Yeah.
But they can also be marketing platforms.
They can be marketing platforms. They can be platforms too. They can actually be your shop. Like you no longer have to have a house or a building to sell. To sell your product or service. Just if you're running a website, upload the products there and give people an avenue to buy from there. And then of course you give them options. Deliver the products for free or at a small fee, and they'll understand, because most people these days do not, like me, I don't like to go downtown and then start struggling to look for something here and there and then get robbed while I go downtown. No, I would rather go online and buy something. Normally it's actually cheaper than you get it in the shops. Yeah.
Good. Thank you, Claire. The best practices sometimes with digital marketing we've seen that you don't have to be so emotional.
Yeah.
And also separate yourself from the business. But also very important, I think, is get the right content. Because content is key.
Get the right content for the right platforms and the right audience. If you are posting content on Facebook, get content that suits your Facebook audience. If you're posting content on Twitter, it's like audience segmentation. You are segmenting your audience and saying, my audience or clients, I'm used to audience because I deal with audiences a lot, but segment your clients and know these clients on this platform prefer this, and these clients this side prefer that. So how am I going to tailor my messages? And then also identify groups that are selling, that are relevant to the kind of product or service you are selling. Because, for instance, like on Facebook, these days, Facebook is promoting group conversations more than any other thing, actually more than pages and personal profiles. So if you are dealing in something, go to Facebook and say, maybe if I'm a real estate developer, I'll go to Facebook and look for groups that discuss real estate.
Exactly.
Join those groups, have your page, join those groups and interact with people. Is this thing like if I'm running a page for someone, I'll add their page to one of the groups I'm in, so that if there is a client having a grudge against that company that I'm dealing with, I'll go and comment on behalf of that page in that group.
Sure.
And that gives the company or the product or the service more mileage than it would ever get if it were just the other side on the page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it true that some people also pay people to actually do a lot of this social media? I can't call it noise. I don't know if that's the right word, but does it work? Like if I have 10 people making noise about my product, then it can sell.
Yeah, people do that. People pay people to make noise. People pay influencers, like we discussed earlier. But the problem with this is normally you find that it's those people that you paid that are discussing or talking about your products. If the product is not something that people are interested in, your influencers are going to be discussing amongst themselves, and you might not get as much impact as you would have got if you had tailored your products, your messages the right way. Because some of those people, like I've seen people hire, okay, it's a good practice to hire influencers to push because they actually push.
Sure.
But then hire an influencer that understands what you're dealing with, or if they do not understand, be courteous enough to brief them, explain to them, this is what I do, this is what you want. Most business people are going to come and tell you, this is my event, it's coming up, find a way of pushing it. Yeah, and then I'm going to go and think and say, okay, let me just throw it there so that I move on to the next client. But if you have the time, sit down with me and brief me and tell me, this is what I want, this is my target, this is what the product is about, or this is what the event is about, this is what we do. Explain to that person to help them understand. Also, identify people that have the knowledge in the field that you are selling.
Sure.
Like, I've seen people, you have a product about health, but then you are hiring an influencer that is more interested in entertainment, and they have no interest whatsoever in health. They're just going to throw your things there without them having the exact impact that you want to have.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Claire, you talked about the website, and I'm imagining these days when someone has a website, they also have a blog. As Ugandans, is blogging a culture that we have entered, or are we still not? We are still skeptical about how it works and whether it can actually help us sell.
Blogging can help us sell, but the problem we have as Ugandans, most Ugandans don't like words. They don't like to read.
Okay.
So if you are relying on a blog, it has to be really, really good. Like if you read because Zulu's vlogs and blogs,
Sure.
those are 2,000 word things that you can stay reading until the end.
I know.
If you have the art to catch someone's attention for 30 minutes,
Sure.
it's a good thing.
Okay.
But most people want to blog, but they don't know how to connect words.
They don't even know how the content. How
yeah, you don't know how to package the content. So if you're blogging, do it to your best. Give us content that we are going to read without giving up. Not something where I'm going to read 2 lines and just chill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You are still watching the Business Clinic, and here we talk about a lot of things that can help you make your business better. Our business is to better your business. Claire Mohindo in studio giving us some of the expert views on how to use digital marketing to better your business. I want to really, and I'm dying to hear from this. Like anything else, digital marketing must be having its own challenges.
Yeah.
So what are some of those challenges that are associated with digital marketing as we wind up, Claire?
Okay, the challenges are quite a number.
Yeah.
One is getting the numbers. That is not easy. It's not an easy task. Something you have to really give time and invest money in it, which most people do not want to invest in.
Sure.
And then the other challenge is the fact that people do not appreciate the impact of digital marketing.
Sure.
Where someone will want to hire you to do their digital marketing, but then they do not understand the whole thing. They think it's about posting stuff and that's it. But then you have to explain to them the importance. So the biggest, one of the challenges is people do not understand what digital marketing is and what it can do for you, for your business.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think that people actually are still skeptical about it because it's a new thing?
Yeah, some people are still skeptical about it. Especially the people with the money.
Yeah.
They're skeptical about it. But of course the young people, the startups are embracing it, which is a nice thing.
Okay.
But the older generation still thinks it's a waste of time.
Yeah, this is something for Buka.
Yeah.
And for us, the old guards, we do not have to get into this and the other. And that sometimes you realize that I think the way we use these social media channels and all that is what actually sometimes creates the thinking, the perception that this is something for young people, this is something that may not help. But I also appreciate now, you've shared a lot, that if you find you have a Facebook page and you have 9,000 followers, you have a Twitter account that you have 10,000 followers, you have Instagram around 5,000, you have which other, LinkedIn and all that.
Yeah.
It is a big business resource.
Yes.
That you don't have to keep worrying about where to get people to buy your stuff. You just communicate to them the right way, package your business, your product so well, and get it out there and get people, doing this and the other.
Yeah.
One other thing that I would want to get from you is that away from us knowing that you need to have a gadget, you need to have internet, you need to have the content to push there, and maybe the personnel, because certainly you will not do everything yourself. You are the boss, you are the director, you are the cashier, you are the social media person and all that.
Yeah.
Is there a way that we can think about the future of digital marketing in Uganda, maybe 10 years from now? Do we see maybe 70% of businesses online?
Yeah, in the future, actually 5 years from now, I see a lot of businesses online. If we change our perception about the opportunities that we have.
Okay.
For instance, I've seen young people develop applications or websites that can help business people grow their businesses. But then people just brush them off and say, this cannot help me. But someone is going to come from outside Uganda with the same idea that this Ugandan young person had developed.
Exactly.
And they'll bring it here and people will jump onto that. Maybe the other thing is we Ugandans do not know how to market our things.
Okay.
like there's something I normally see on the streets called yoga cut. Okay. It's something that I think is supposed to help people downtown in Chikubo to, no wait, I think it's yoga cut or Chikubo online, something like that. Yeah, I think it's supposed to help people that side to sell their products the way Jumia does or did. But
we still think Jumia is better.
Yeah, we still think Jumia is better. And yet we should be supporting this thing, grow it, groom it as our own to help our people downtown or down there or wherever. Yeah.
And you also realize that certainly we are not getting our creative minds out on the streets, because then just like Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, all these are all over. There's a whole lot of things that we can do with them too.
There's a lot of stuff we can do, but we are not putting our minds to it, or we are not appreciating what we have.
Maybe training institutions should also think about training people in digital marketing and social media.
Yeah, training institutions, universities should think about training students to create practical solutions. Sure. The problem here is someone will say that maybe a person develops an app to track car thieves. The next year, another student will come and develop the same thing. Another student will come and develop the same thing. We are not thinking outside the box. So if our training institutions train students to think outside the box and be more creative, not copying what is already there. If you're copying what is already there, at least make it better. Don't bring the same exact thing we are already seeing.
Sure.
Yeah.
I have a friend of mine who has, I think, something called owino.net.
Yeah.
It's an online shopping, just like Jumia does, and just like Chikubo Online does. And I think if we keep that trend, then we shall be getting digital into the digital spaces, and I think that will better our conventional way of doing things. So if you're out there and you have a small shop, think about having a Facebook page for it. Think about a Twitter account and get people to buy, because you're looking at people, not only those within your vicinity, but you're seeing people that can actually even buy from elsewhere. I have a personal testimony that I can assure you that when I wrote my book, How to Start a Business in 10 Days, I thought about going to a newspaper to advertise the book. It would be costly, and I would not be making business sense. So I thought if I use it in social media, I can actually be able to actually sell. And I can assure you that using Facebook, within 5 months, I was able to sell 1,000 copies. So I know really how serious it is and how much it can do. And I think this is something very, very important.
And
yes, your parting shot as we conclude.
Oh, okay. Finally, I think I would conclude with one, people should understand that digital media helps build their reputation for their brands and also helps them increase their customer base. It's something they should think about and they shouldn't neglect. Also take advantage of the things around you. Notice the small things and you'll do good.
Thank you. The Waganda say, that one is a hard one, that the delicious meals usually end just like that. Digital marketing is something that has been so exciting, and I have personally enjoyed it, and I hope you also there have enjoyed it. And we wish that we all can get into these spaces, because then we can reach out more people to get our businesses going. Marketing has taken new trends, and you cannot afford to keep behind when others are moving. Thank you so much for watching Smart 24, and especially the Business Clinic. And we make sure that we bring all these solutions and share them with you. Our business is always to make your business better. We shall always get you the right experts that can share with you those things, and we get out there. Once again, my name Alexander Chokishka. I've been your host with Claire Muhindo. Thank you so much, Claire Muhindo, for coming to Smart 24 to share these views, because they are very important. Coming up at 8, Smart 24 News. Thank you.
2024.